The views, takes, and opinions expressed on this show are of the host's own and do not represent the views, takes, and opinions of the Main Event Mark, PWPH Wrestling Network and its affiliates. Material and sources mentioned in this episode is for general and commentary purposes only. This episode might include strong language and may not be suitable for children. Listener discretion is advised. Stay safe and stay wrestle everyone. Welcome to the Main Event Mark.
Ayan, welcome to your Unfiltered Tagalog Wrestling Podcast. This is the Main Event Mark Podcast, a podcast of the Pro Wrestling Philippines Club Wrestling Network. Ah, today is episode 250. As you may know, we did a really good job establishing the show for 4 years now. Uh, At malapit na tayo sa 300 sa tangina. There's a lot of things to come pa on this show. By the way, thank you then to everyone who listened to my previous episodes. Yung love letter ko, huwag yun ang isipin yung love letter ko. Medyo I have to leave it in the past because these fucking morons doesn't have the balls to begin with. So I digress. Yun lang yung sasabihin ko. So, uh, today is episode 250. Medyo mag-ano nga tayo. Mag-remember lang tayo ng mga favorite moments ko sa history ng MTE show, Main Event Mark. Ito magkaibang era kasi yan eh. So, siguro bigyan ko lang ng tamang oras 'no, 'tong remembering segments natin. By the way, pasensya na medyo malat ako on today's episode. So, yeah, let's explain what's happening here. Okay. So, itong show na 'to was established in, May 2020. So, para sa akin ang May 2020 is a tough year, tough month in general. Then, suddenly I decided to create the show, and the first vision ko on that time was to, uh, give people an alternative on the shows that we have, and para bang mag-iba ng ihip ng hangin sa lineup of shows that we currently have. Ako naman, sobrang tagal ko din naging wrestling fan. So, alam ko kung ano yung mga sinasabi ko, and may credibility naman yung sinasabi ko. So, may mga bagay na nagkakamali ako, but most of the time, accountability ko siya. Kasi I have the balls, I have the respect for, everyone who is actually believing in me. So, maraming salamat dun. Tsaka sa mga nagbigay din ng tiwala sa'kin all throughout. It's a journey that I'll never forget. At the same time, ayoko ring balikan because that was a tough year for me and for wrestling in general. Kasi grabe, dumaan tayo sa pandemic. Wrestling pandemic is just terrible. And now, 2024, we did a few things here. So, we are able to establish the Main Event Mark to do the rebranding, and then yung network, I'm still with Bunk, just to be clear. If babalik tayo ng Bunk, once they are being reinstated, babalik tayo sa Bunk. Pero for now, the show is now officially under PWN, the PWPH Wrestling Network. I think the logo is gorgeous and simple. Inspiration lang naman natin diyan sa logo na 'yan is yung flag of the Philippines, obviously, and then sorry, yung mga promotion that I think PWPH covered all throughout these years. So that's MWF, WWE, Puso Wrestling, AEW, TNA, New Japan, then ano ba? PWR, yung WU, World Underground Wrestling, tsaka yung isang promotion na hindi ko matandaan. New Japan Pro Wrestling. So I'll just repeat that. So WWE, AEW, TNA, New Japan, MWF, WU, EPW, Dexcon, hindi, WU/Dexcon, and the last is PWR. So, in our modern wrestling, wala kasing PWR. Wala lahat ng promotion na nabanggit ko except for the poor, of course. Pero he took it like a champ, and I think we also put some significance on the detail why the logo looks like that. But I think it's a visually great logo to begin with. I am not the best guy when it comes to logos, so don't at me when it comes to those types of logos. But yeah, it is what it is. I think the PWPH Wrestling Network logos looks very simple and very recognizable. And I think pag nilagay natin siya sa mga output natin, I think that will be great. Ang awkward lang pag puting-puti yung logo. But anyways, thank you by the way for everyone who is loving the shows, for trusting both of the shows. Yung newscast is coming really soon. I cannot wait to share more content to everyone. Ayan. So, yun lang muna. For the meantime, mag-share lang ako ng ilang moments na favorite ko. So, 2020, I think my top favorite in 2020 when I starting criticizing the ano ba tawag dito? Yung sa speaking out thing. Wala akong kaalam-alam sa nangyari. Pero I think I justified what happened there. Thank you by the way to everyone who clarified me on that year. Pero I think if wala naman nangyaring speaking out thing, hindi naman mangyayari siguro yung bagong promotions that we have right now. Also, ayoko naman mangyari yun obviously, pero based on the pacing of every event, it is what it is. Ganun talaga yung nangyari. Then, I think one of my favorites then every year in general sa history ng MTA show at ng main event is the Bash Award. So we tried to tweak some stuff there every year. We tried to tweak some segments out of there. Last year, we did a tier list. We might do the same in January of this year. Gagawin din natin yung tier list. So it might take some time then to me na mag-compile yung lahat ng scores ko on every PLE. Pero siguro I'll digress when it comes to the matches na rating kasi matagal ko ng medyo tinatanggal yon. Medyo recent ko nga lang binalik yung pagre-rate ng mga matches. Siguro mga SummerSlam nga lang yun eh. Pero yun, um, dahilan lang naman doon, ang dami napipikon sa akin na bakit daw nagre-rate ako, di naman daw ako si Dave Meltzer. It's my opinion, so shut up. Pero yun, moment ko din when I was able to interview Ringside Rain, definitely one of the best interviews that I did. Hindi siya perfect, oo, kasi nawalan ako ng internet that time. And then everything fucked up on that day. So I'm really sorry to Ringside Rain on that. Pero I think we did a really good job on that interview. na sana maulit pa. Hindi naman matatapos yung interview. I just wanted to do my own thing. Parang ayoko muna ah, pumunta sa out of the box or I don't want to do things that I don't control. And also yung parang yung mga bagay na hindi nakokontrol ng comfort zone. Kaya tinigil ko din yung mga interview episodes, eh. So, I'll just let the other shows do the interviews and I'll just criticize the matches or the crap that we are getting in pro wrestling. But I think I really love the interview episode. Speaking with that, JDL episode is really one of my favorite episodes like ever. Not only in the history of the whole show, kundi parang feeling ko kasi, I don't want to make things formal, 'no. Yung mga ibang podcast kasi they love to do that, oo. Pero ako kasi I don't want to do that. Parang ang gusto ko lang mangyari, yung mga bagay na out of the box, sa tingin ko mas magandang gawin yun kaysa sa mga bagay na, "Ay, what do you think about this match? What do you think about this impression, blah, blah, blah." Ay hindi. I want things na out of the box. That's why I think the interviews with Ringside Rain, JDL, and to extent NSJ, Nigel San Jose, are really good because of that. Ah, then, yung mga episodes ko rin naman, Troy Gonzalez, sa Wrestling Wrestling, I think I did a really good job on doing the interviews. One of my favorites then on I think this was released in 2021 when I did an episode of WWE on Fox, signing off with the crew of Wrestling Wrestling. Tapos parang nakulong ako sa box when they asked me na saan ba ako nag-umpisa as a fan, 'no. Pero I'm honest on that. So, I started as a fan 2006, 2007, may Jack TV dun sa cable namin. Pero parang pawala-wala siya for some reasons. And I was able to catch back nung may mga palabas na si TV5, si I think it was Studio 23, SNA. Then, ay medyo may utak na ako, I was able to watch it on Fox. And napanood ko rin naman sila sa Fox. So, that's the Wrestling Gods. And I think, that was a memorable episode too that I'll never forget kasi putya parang napapanood ko lang dati 'to sila Stan, sila Ro. Then now, I was able to do an interview with them. And I think the interview episodes was started on that one. So parang iba yung pakiramdam ko when I did that episode. So parang I remember that time I was moving in and out of houses, ganyan. Tapos tangina, kagaguhan yun na nga nangyari that time. And sa ibang bahay pa kami tumira nun. So medyo I have to adjust when it comes to things that I did. And I think wala namang mababago sa history ng show na 'to. But everything is fine now. So, hindi ko tinigil ko yung mga interview episodes because sabi ko nga, ayokong lumabas sa comfort zone ko, for now. Kasi interviews is not my thing. So, sinasabi ko na 'to dati pa with, others. I think I mentioned it to them, sa mga Casey boys that time. Sila mostly si Link, oo, si Link yung nasabihan ko about it. Na I don't do interviews because I'm not a good interviewee. But parang pinagtawanan pa ako ng iba na ba't daw ang boka ko mag-interview. Ay, gusto ko ng ganyang style, eh. So, pasensya na kung maboka sa inyo yung interview parts ko with Ringside, kila JDL, tsaka kay NSJ. So The last time I did an interview was, I think, 2022, 3, not sure. Pero yeah, we are actually when Yuki is still on bunk that time, Yuki is pitching an idea on bringing Crystal on the show. Ako din naman, kahit wala pa siyang sign sa akin, "Jello, can you please bring Crystal on the show?" So sabi ko, "Yeah, I was thinking the same recently, no?" And una nga sa show nila, nung una sa show nila naisip nila i-pitch 'yun. Then, now parang nag-pitch din ako na, "Yeah, let's bring Crystal on both shows, main event at saka yung Kingdom." 'No. By the way, listen to the Kingdom podcast. I think they're doing a really good job on, criticizing or shitting on things that's bad on K-pop, by the way. Good listen. So, despite ano, di sila part ng network ko before. So, yeah, despite on that, listen pa din on the Kingdom. The Kingdom is doing a really good job, for sure. So, let's continue. Ako kasi, alam niyo yung episode ko last week is currently the most listened episode of the whole history of this show, no? Um, I just burst out all throughout with that episode. Medyo marami akong nadismaya, marami din akong na-upset. Pero at the same time, parang umingay din kasi that there's a lot of people complaining about them, and they're also complaining on why people are shitting on them now. So I'm glad the fire has been burned and all of the fuckers are shutting the fuck up. I hope they will for good. Kasi otherwise, I'll take them out for good. Pero yan, it's not a good flex na top episode of the year ko and also the history of the show was a pipe bomb. Was a pipe bomb, if you want to call it a pipe bomb. But yeah, that was a really good history lesson to all of you. Also, memorable moment din. Hindi ito sa akin na show, pero it was on Slickmaster, doon sa Slickmaster, The Strong and Midnights. We did a fucking 5-hour podcast on his show, and holy crap, 5 hours of disasters, holy hell. Natulog ako half of it kasi ang hirap daw magpasok ng mga tao dun sa room. So, I decided to do parts 1 and 4 of that episode nung WrestleMania. I think it was 38 or 39, not sure. I think it was 39. Mm. But yeah, everything on my run so far as content creator has been great. Gusto ko lang din i-acknowledge, sino nga ito? Si Legendarius. Nag-DM siya sa akin. Actually, on the PWPH podcast, sa kabila, we acknowledged why medyo misteryoso yung gimmick ni Legendarius, no? Ako specifically, tsaka si Ali. Then, parang ang pakiramdam ko kasi, FNW is doing a really good job on building him in Jason Rex. The problem now is kung paano nga ba i-execute yung build, no? Or I mean, the TV show or the shows, I think hindi naman nila ina-update. So parang bakit sa TikTok lang ng mga wrestler nagre-reflect yung mga stories. Same what I see on MWF before. The teasers are only on the TikTok, and I kinda hate it. And I'm glad the other promotion is not adapting that. Yun lang naman yun. Yun lang naman yung tingin ko diyan. But regardless, I want to give a shout out kay Darius, Legend Darius. I hope that he will be able to compete on his debut match, and I think we'll be able to do a really good job on your debut match. And yeah, I hope that we can meet somehow one way or another on FPW shows. Yeah, let's see kung ano yung tatadhanain ng aking tadhana. But yun lang muna. So, there's a lot of things to talk about this week in wrestling. So, I decided to do 3 episodes this week. So, um, yeah, pagpasensya niyo na ulit yung boses ko. I'm not on my best voice right now. Pero, yeah, I'll just recover, try my best, do this shit as best as I can. So, therefore, we can give the best content that we can share to all of you guys. So, yeah, in behalf of everyone, maraming salamat ulit sa lahat ng suporta nyo sa main event all of these years. I think hindi kaya ng salamat lang yung pasalamat ko. Siguro, I acknowledge na din that I'm been part of networks, shows. So, sige, pasalamatan natin sila. So first thing, I really want to give a shout out to is obviously WWE. So wrestling. So kung wala yung show tsaka yung The Wrestling Gods, wala ako siguro dito. Hindi ako makaka-milestone ng 250 episodes. Then number two, I think Casey, regardless of what happened on their bond. I really wish all of them best on their endeavors currently. Then everyone who supported me since day one, lahat ng nakikinig sa show since day one. So I think kailangan ko din pasalamatan yun. Yung mga day one tips natin since day one. There's a lot of people who is still listening on this show since day one. And I was able then to capitalize everything since day one. So, yeah, maraming salamat din sa inyong lahat on everyone who is supporting this show, criticizing this show. And yung criticize naman, sana naman ayusin nyo. No? Hindi yung babawi kayo ng tira sa akin sa star rating. Ayun, yun lang naman. So sa ngayon, I'll just do this episode. And you can listen on our next episodes, 251 to 52, for our weekly content. This week, you can follow and support Main Event Mark on all of the social media platforms at Main Event Mark PW. PWPH Wrestling Network is on P Wrestling PH Club, and on X at PWPH Select, patreon.com/Main Event Mark PW. And yeah, you can support the show on all of the social media platforms at Main Event Mark PW. Yeah, so that should be it for now. Again, thank you for listening on this episode. Again, nagkwento lang ako dito. Just want to share my moments. And yeah, happy 250 to everyone. So, more 250 to come. I hope. Bye for now, and I hope you have a great day.